everybody, I want to wheeze them here. It is June 21st. This is summer solstice. It's going to be the longest day of the year, but it's currently about 1 in the morning. So it's, Tuesday night to me, basically, early Wednesday morning. I've got Ember here. I just took Pinata and Mysticat and reset those two. Again, my biggest gripe in this game, it's not that we don't, well, really, when we lose our ability to purchase both paths and switch between them freely, even if you had to pay a fee or something. Again, we had the ability to do that, and I told everybody it was fantastic and we'd miss it, and for whatever reason, they didn't bring that back this game. But needless to say, it's not just having to go back through and get the money. It's that I have to then go and get the Sky Chi back that just, it makes me not want to even play, I'll be honest with you. I've got all the desire in the world to come in and reset the characters and check out the other upgrade paths. I just don't have the desire to have to be forced to get the Sky Chi before I do that. And it was a horrible design, and I hate it, and I hope that they never do it again. And I say that all the time because I vehemently stand by that. It's something that just makes absolutely no sense to me. It would be the equivalent of having to reacquire the Soul Gem. I don't understand it. And all it is, if the Sky Chi Shrine, if the Sensei Shrine was something special, like you got to go through and have a fun little time, or a mini game or something, but it's literally a cutscene that's accessible from the pause menu. I feel like I should be able to pause the game, watch Ember at the Sky Chi, Sensei Shrine, and just be credited for it because I watched it. It's ridiculous. Needless to say, though, as I was doing that, I was like, who was I going to pair with Boom Bloom? Because I was getting them cash at the same time, and I was like, oh yeah, it was Ember. And I was like, did I ever take her other path? Or her, first path? And I was like, no, I did not. So we bought ourselves a little bit of time here, but moving forward, I do have Mysticat and Pinata reset with the cash. Just have to get their freaking Sky Chi. But I was playing back with Ember here. And I think the reason I must not have done her is I was like torn in between what to do. We've got a situation where Supernova is fantastic, and I would love to upgrade that, and that's accessible here. And the problem is, this is going to be one of two things. Meteor Shower is either going to be this just litany of millions of supernovae, as they call them, that rain down from the sky and just completely clean the screen of enemies. Or it's going to be a deal where instead of doing our nice damage or even higher damage numbers than we do if we charge it up, I feel like it's going to be a deal where there's going to be a whole bunch of them, but they're going to be erratic and they're going to do minuscule damage. And I don't know how it's going to be, so that's the kink in my plans. That said, what I do know, that's going to be a pain to document, but as has been the case since SSA, if there is plus 40 armor, if there's plus 40 speed, I tend to take that path as my preferred path. Fire Dash freaking appeals to me. I think it's going to be fantastic. I feel like if she gets the speed boost, even if this turned out to be good, I think I'd be content with the dash ability and the ability to use these two attacks, Supernova and Ultra Supernova, which, let's be honest, Ultra Supernova in and of itself is kind of OP. Couple with that, though, the fact that I've got this right here. We've kind of got like two finishing moves, and one of them is a tornado. And I've got two things that I really, really have an interest in on this top path. Now, right here, Inner Fire, gain damage bonus based on health missing. I really don't want to have to document that. That's time consuming, and it puts me at risk of leveling up. And if I level up, I lose everything that I need to do moving forward here. I will say that doesn't really appeal to me. And again, I don't know the ratios, if it's just minuscule or if it's like, oh, geez, I'm only down 20 hit points and I'm, everything is tripled or something. Then, yeah, it would be pretty significant. But I'll be honest, right here, Purifying Flame, I have a greater interest in that. If I could move Purifying Flame to this top corner of Inner Fire, which I think Inner Fire is kind of a cooler name. They're both pretty neat named, honestly. But if I could swap those two, I would have zero hesitation at all about saving the top path for last, in hopes that I don't have to reset her. But for the reasons I mentioned, primarily these two outweighing this, because these are already pretty legit, I think we're going to take the bottom path first, and then when I reset her, we will come in and take the top path. So, that means Samurai Combo will be saved for last. And Living Bomb, which sounds like it should be pretty amazing, is what we're going to take a look at right now. So, again, I always like to try and provide my reasoning to you. In SSA, I did it based on, I've only got one Skylander. You know, which path do I want to take? And a lot of those times I didn't showcase both paths. I just picked one. Then in Giants, you know, it's like, wow, people are watching this stuff. You know, I should invest some of my earnings on YouTube in having 2 of every Skylander so I can showcase both of them and play as them at the drop of a hat. I don't really have the money to do that anymore. So, yeah, we're going back to that old school way, but at the same time, I do want to showcase both of them and be thorough, not only for you, but for my own personal records. So I kind of take it based, if I wasn't recording this, if this was just me in my room at 1 in the morning, and there's no internet, I would be sitting here and I would be having the same debate. And I would ultimately say, okay, I'm going to take the bottom first, see how I like it. Then I'm going to take the top path because I think I'll like it better. And now you know why. So that's what we're going to go with. But we've got one small problem. Immolation. Which, if that sounds familiar, speaking of SSA, flashback to Sunburn. Immolation teleportation, yeah, I haven't forgotten. Never have gotten our proper Series 2 Sunburn, yet alone a light core of Series 2 Sunburn, which I thought that had a lot of potential. But, and he was a very well-regarded Skylander, you know, Dragon's Peak sold well, people loved the level. I'm not quite sure what went down there. But, anyway, so Immolation, taking damage, deals damage, alright. Now, I just was in the arena, and it's kind of a pain, I'm not going to lie. But what I'm going to do here is record this so I can try and make sense out of it. I have no intention of attacking anyone. If I even move Ember, it's going to be so we don't collect experience orbs. She dies pretty fast once, like, the sheepskin. I mean, she decimates these chompies at the beginning. But I'm thinking what she's going to deal is the red number, but I'm not sure. So
you brought your A game back to this arena battle.
I love those two.
There isn't really any place to buy A game located anywhere near this facility.
You know, if we get nothing else, I want Broccoli Guy and Chill Bill figures, and I wish they were voice activated. Okay, pay attention to this.
Good start for the Skylanders.
I feel like they're doing 38 to me, or am I doing 38 to them?
Okay,
He did 10 to me, and I did 38 to him, right? Let's see. Okay, I don't think she's gonna level up. Yeah, they're hitting me at like 21 or 22, and the 38 is staying the same, and it's the blue color. Oh no. Avoid the XP. Okay. For science.
the Skylander could sure use a pizza. I mean...
Okay. I don't want to die, because it would make us use a... I'd have to put another Skylander on, and it would wind up taking longer than if I just exit now. So, I'll have that in video form, and I'll see what I can make sense of it. Actually, what I'll do after this video, I'll go in there with Reset Me, everyone's favorite Imaginator I've created, and we will see what he takes. In fact, let's just do it now, man. Let's just get this cranked out, shall we? Well, that's not glitchy. Wow, fantastic. Let me just pick him back up and see if it'll work. Oh my gosh. executive decision was made. I'll do that after the video. People tell me all the time, I speak of this on the streams, and I'm like, I always have these issues with the portal not reading my Skylanders, and it's things just like that. And then everyone's like, oh, weird, I never have that happen. And I'm like, happens to me all the time. And I also get, I have that happen, and then I get your Skylanders corrupted, you need to reset it, and then you just pull it off and put it back on about 6 or 7 times, and it finally reads it. Yeah. So there's that. Anyway, let's get cracking here, shall we?
When you aim for perfection, you discover it's a moving target.
So, this is what we're going for. Just to showcase it, what would we like to do? I'll recap, since we couldn't do Reset Me. We will take a look at the Flame Geyser and, yeah, the Supernova. So, Supernova first because it's awesome. That's just ridiculous. It's 74 to 111. If I hold it for 2 seconds, we get to do 160. If I hold it for 3 seconds, it does 217. And obviously there's critical hit numbers associated with each of those, which is mind-blowing, really. Secondary attack, Chicon. Those are the living bombs, and they explode. But the catch is,
I hate!
if I come in here and I whale away at this guy, that thing is going to explode. Well, it's supposed to explode. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Yeah. Anyway, I've documented this thoroughly, as best I can. You saw the 96 there. It's one of those things, I'm not sure that it could go higher than that, but I'm thinking it can. But anyway, they do 46 to 69 on impact, and then the living bomb starts at 17 to 23, and I've seen it crank all the way up to a 91, 98, and that's about that. So anyway, she's a difficult. I also have apparently never took the time to count the numbers of 16s and 22s here. I'll go back and do that from this video as well. I do want to mention the jump attack, which I love. Previously I just said it was a 7-second lava puddle. It does 16 to 24 10 times. So we have that thoroughly documented. But let's move on with our life and get me ever closer to resetting a character, only to have to go back and get all their money and their Sky Chi. So we're going to do Greater Living Bomb. Bombs deal area damage. So in order to do that, we have to take the Living Bomb path, which is what we're going to do. We're going to select it. We're going to purchase that for 1,700. And away we go. So keep in mind, 46 to 69 on impact. So let's just assess that right now. We'll stand back here. 51. Is that all we got? Oh, really? 51. Wow. Okay. Hey. Well, plus 5. Well, what can you say? So Greater Living Bomb is going to be 51. Half of that would be 25.5, which would be 26. So 77 on, or no, we'll just put impact so it matches what we have up there. And then the bomb, it looks like it was starting still at 17, right?
Heat rises!
Yes, it does. Oh, hey, I didn't see that the first time. Not sure why it registered like that, but okay. That's spicy. So it's still 17, it looks like, for each dummy on the Living Bomb. But then in the middle, there's just like a cluster of 11s. And I'm not sure how many there are. Is it 3? Oh, it's a lot of them. It's so hard when numbers overlap like that, real time. There's a lot of 11s. Who are we kidding? Wow, that's okay, yeah. So I'm assuming that's what it would do. Is, you know, just a whole bunch of 11 in the middle there. Oh, is that just instant? I think it was. And then that one's okay. Huh. We might have to check that out upstairs in a little bit, but I'm thinking the bomb is going to be the same plus area damage of 11 to 17. question times. That seems to be the best way to describe it in the spreadsheet. Again, this is why if you look at the spreadsheet and you're like, what the heck does that mean? You just need to watch the video and you'll be like, oh, yeah.
When you aim for
That's what I would
perfection,
have
you discover
described it
it's a
as.
moving target.
That said, right here, this I'm pretty excited about, not gonna lie. We'll have to, of course, go to a level or the arena and take damage, and I'll have to actually do this, I guess, after everything here and just log it and report back to you. For the simple fact, if I have to be near an explosion, well, I guess I could take damage in a chapter and clear an area and then set up an explosion. Well, no, you kind of, in a chapter, we'd have to have set the bomb off on. It's just going to be hard to do it without leveling up is what I'm getting at. So let me just type in what that says. Purifying flame. Nearby. Bombs. Heal. Ember. That's satisfactory. So 2200 there. Again, nothing I can really showcase at this point in time. So we'll come into the third one. Meteor shower. Let's face it, this is the big one for me. This was the thing that appealed to me the most on this path. And it could be super phenomenal, above my wildest dreams, or it could kind of be a disappointment. And we're about to find out. So hold Y to spawn a ton of supernovae. So I prefer to say supernovas, really. That's just me. So again, we've got, let's make sure it didn't change anything. 74 still. And then we've got 2 seconds. And then we've got 1, 2, 3. So I'm assuming anything past 3 is going to actually unleash the fury. There's 4. And the disappointment reigns. So note that as I stand pretty much anywhere and I press Y, they seek. Her staff goes up in the air and the meteors kind of follow, right? This time, I mean, I'm facing that. Oh, they do too. So there's no increase in the outputs. But... oh, dang. Now, is there a round of smaller ones at the beginning that just aren't hitting? I felt like those were point blank range and they in fact hit the dummies. They just didn't register any damage. That's going to be something else. It's going to be real easy for me to count when I can pause the video. Anyway, they're all seeming to hit at 217. Anything smaller... I mean, let's face it, we've had point blank hits of the meteors, or supernovas, and the small ones just don't do damage.
It's meteor!
Okay, so 217, again, no increase in damage, but it is pretty cool. However, it's also not bad just to go like that and have it seek out the enemies, you know? So, I'm thinking I probably made the right call for my playstyle. Granted, we haven't really gotten to appreciate any of these, but we'll try it out upstairs in a second.
True warrior is measured
While
by
we're
her
down here,
mind
though,
and
let's just go ahead and do
which
this.
do
So,
not see
Undying
for
Rage. If Ember is about to be defeated, fantastic, something else I can't show you, she instead gains a shield that blocks all damage for 10 seconds. This can be activated once per level. So, this is something I don't know that I can show you, but I might. So, once per level is kind of a buzzkill, let's be honest. Honestly, I feel like if they would have let supernovas come down, maybe as the soul gem would have been a good call. Or maybe just an upgrade to the primary attack damage would have been fine. Or, I don't know. I can think of a lot of things that are not this. But let's pick it up. And again, nothing I can show you here. So, I guess for science, we'll try this. So, bear with me. Again, at this point in time... if we level up, we haven't really done anything too bad because I can reset. I have to reset her, actually. And then we can showcase the Sky Chi elsewhere.
Well.
Yeah.
See you again,
I agree, Buzz. All right. So
Let's
we're
get
ready.
rumbling.
Skip, skip, skip. Yep, supernova. Skip, skip, skip. Oh, I love those
Get
two.
right to it, shall we?
I feel bad skipping their dialogue. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna die. That's the plan. Oh, we got a salty man right off the bat.
Skylander, attacking enemies like that.
So we're doing 38 to 57, I feel like we're doing. There's no way a Chompy would do 38. Okay, let's take a look at this. Bombs heal Ember if she is nearby during the explosion. We run the risk of leveling up, but I'm going to see what I can do. And then we will see Undying Rage. How about that? So, we need to know how much they heal me, though. Okay, I've taken quite a bit of damage here. So,
I do not like these bugs, broccoli guy. Not at all.
So how'd you get a name like Chill Bill anyway?
Well,
Wait.
at first I was just Bill. But I was pretty cool and I like to freeze people. So the rest just kind of works out.
was it plus 5, really? Really? That's all?
Oh, these bad guys simply do not stand a chance. No chance standers, they.
No chance. These guys are great.
And another one bites the dust. And believe me, too, it does not taste good.
Plus 5?
Not good.
Okay, this is my Undying Rage. Attack me, fool. There we go. So, you saw it. You can't kill me. Now you can. Now they can. So that, when I lit up in a flame, literally, Undying Rage, we had 10 seconds of invincibility, if you will. Which basically, the coolest thing about that, if you're trying to do a challenge, where, you don't die, basically, which that's not just me making something up, that's literally some of the requirements in the game, that will be a pretty big advantage because it will give you, instead of dying, you've got 10 seconds to pull her and put on Grave Clobber type of a thing, right? So, pretty cool, but just gaining the plus 5, I don't know about that. I'm thinking it might be dependent on the enemy as well. And what I mean by that isn't like, oh, well, this is a huge enemy, so it's plus 10. I'm thinking the proximity, if you could somehow eradicate a Chompy pod with Chompies near it, I think you could rack up a lot of plus 5s type of a thing. So I might try to play with that off camera. But for now...
Skylanders, come back, broccoli.
No! Oh, well, dang it. Yeah. Let's see if her set me works. Nope, he doesn't. Fantastic.
In a league of my own.
Well, they're gonna have to give 110% chill, though. Even though by definition, 100% is the most anyone can give. So, it'll be tough.
Don't bring that stuff in here.
Bonus content right there. Man. Yeah, but this stuff, it gets to be quite the pain to document, I'm not gonna lie.
Fan the flames!
And again, just what kills it is I know, just in a few seconds I have to reset her. And not only do I have to get the money, I have to go and get her Sky Chi. Wonderful. I tell you what though, that robot is gone. I guess he got tired of giving me Imaginite chests because I started talking to him when he did that. I cased this entire place and he's nowhere. So, I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll showcase the Sky Chi in here, by the way. There's really not much you actually can't use it down at the lower level near Flynn's, or Sharpfin's ship, I should say. But in the arena, we didn't get a chance to use it, and I would have leveled up, most likely. So, unless there just weren't a ton of enemies, which defeats the purpose. We want to know how much damage we do. Oh, no. Oh, come on. This has been a really bad day. I'm not going to lie. I just really, last night started it. And, like from, I don't know, 9 p.m. last night. It was a very strange time. Still is, really. So, let's go ahead and get these 4 guys here. And we really don't have a lot to shoot. Let's just do the Sky Chi. How about that?
Burn, Sky Chi! Burn!
Angry opponents defeated. When my Sky Chi is strong, my enemies are not.
Cool. So,
When you aim for perfection, you discover
oh
it's a
man.
moving
So that was the Sky Chi. It's 34, 58, 5 and 8. Lots of numbers. Typical Sky Chi. We're going to try to focus on this because honestly it's about all we can do. I will try to get 2 dummies and see if we can tell anything there. But let's see. Her base upgrades are fantastic though. Come on. Oh! Well, I wish I'd have known it would have... Okay, +5, cool. Alright. Well, this is going better than I thought it would. That's a lot of 11s. Okay, let's try this now. She looks pretty cool. Wow, that didn't kill her?
Victory is reserved for those willing to.
Okay, so let's get 1 dummy. Living bomb. Ooh. How far away can I be?
High heat.
What is up, woman? Woman, hit the dummy. Thank you. Okay, so if we are close enough to make it green, I'm thinking we get credit for it. Green. Both were green. I got 2 +5s. I'm going to get another dummy. I'm going to try to only be near 1. Okay. I'm going to try to only be near 1. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna try to be near only 1. I choose you. Oh, hey, I got credit for 2, so it's got decent distance capabilities on it.
Firestorm!
You can move when you do this.
Angry opponents defeat themselves before the battle even begins.
Is it only 3 of them? I feel like there's only 3. You can't ever get a good camera angle. Like, yeah, good luck counting that. You know? Yeah, so basically, as best I can tell you, we start at the back.
Do not seem to show
This is
up.
typical Sky Chi. It's just going to decimate pretty much whatever is near you. The Soul Gem, there's a lot that you could have done here, but I will say it's going to come in handy. Like if you're having trouble, if you're playing Nightmare mode maybe, and it's like, okay, I've nearly completed this, you know, don't lose any Skylanders thing. She would be a good person if you're like maybe up against the boss and you think, okay, I'm probably going to get wrecked if I get hit once or twice. She will buy you time to switch to another character with huge health, or most likely, if you're trying to complete that, an Imaginator, who has a much higher level cap. But I can think of a lot of things to do here. This is unique, and it is beneficial. So yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's an okay Soul Gem. Not what I would have thought by any stretch of the imagination, but still, it does fit the character and it does have practicality. This is pretty cool. This is definitely the highest, heaviest hitter of this path. Purifying Flame is +5. I feel confident saying that whatever has a living bomb that you're near and it turns green, you should be able to pull in +5. Seems insignificant, but again, if you're able to, say, get through a tough area of a level and then there's a Chompy Pod, or maybe it's a Gong Challenge type of a thing and you've got the weak enemies at the beginning and you just use your secondary attack, you can heal her up pretty quickly when every single enemy is going to give you, you know, +5. Granted, the explosion would decimate a lot of the lower tier enemies first, but you get the idea. I mean, it's one of those things, if you take time and you stage this properly, you can go from near death with Undying Rage to full health. So, Yeah, it is what it is. And then Greater Living Bomb. I'm just... all I can really see is like the 11 to 17, really. So that's that, really. However, are they doing more damage now? I feel like they weren't when we first bought it, but now I feel like they are. 137. And then 211. So, okay. They didn't used to do that. 51 to 77 is what I logged. This is way better than 51.
Heat rises!
Huh. Okay, well, yeah, that's worth it. Huh. 137. When did that happen? Let's get a couple of these guys. Attack him. Don't kill him. Oh, gosh. That should explode higher.
Sky Chi power ready.
I don't know. This is such a pain to document. And I'll be honest, I'm not really in the mood to be doing this either. So, we'll show this again. It's a pretty cool Sky Chi. That's where the shurikens come out too.
My enemies are not.
And again, to their credit, that might have been the Soul Gem if they didn't have to put Sky Chi in this game. So, I'm going to go back down here because I did not have 137s. I saw the 137 and a 2-something when we were in here, and I thought, where did those come from? You know? So I distinctly remember saying, oh, wow. You know, we went from 46 to 51, plus 5, and diddly-tastic. But 46 to 137 is very exciting, and that makes this path significantly better than it seemed. Can we get a robot? Huh. Well, I guess he finally left us. Shouldn't have complained like I did, huh? I don't really miss him, but it's cool he was giving us Imaginite there, so I'm gonna stand here. What? That wasn't doing that either.
Flare up!
I didn't have anything glowing green. Did it just not register that I'd upgraded it or something? I don't know. I'm tired, but I'm not like delusional tired, I don't think. I certainly don't remember having the things glow green and dealing the extra damage, man. Yeah, even that was 137, so... wow. Okay, those were green, but it didn't give me the health. Let's try moving in just that much more. A little closer. Okay, so I feel like, well, I guess upstairs with the camera angle, it's hard to know exactly where you were. But anyway, let's do this again. Still plus 5. So I'm not really sure what's going on. This was a weird one to document, I'm not gonna lie, but I think we did it okay.
When you aim for perfection, you discover it's a
So this is way better than I thought it was. Way better. It is not 51 to 77. It's gonna be 137. And let's see, did the eye get taken away? It did. 137. Half of that is what? 68.5, right? 61, 21, 28, 136. Yes. So 68.5 becomes 69. That becomes 197. 206. Okay. I swear, when we first bought that, it was doing 51. And I was like, this is incredibly stupid. I don't know what triggered it. None of these seem to overlap it. But, hey. It is what it is, right? So yeah, I have no doubt in my mind that I shouldn't enjoy the top path significantly better Even if the dash does like no damage, if it does 5 to 8, 6 to 9, 10 to 15, if I can just move a little quicker, I'll be just content. Okay, the combos are typically pretty cool. Again, the fire tornado is a neat thing, and this right here should be pretty interesting to witness. So I feel like that's it. I feel like on her immolation, I'm wanting to say we do 38 to 57, which is a way higher than I think it should be. But I'll play around with stuff off camera and see if I can't replicate some of this and get it ironed out better. But my apologies, it was a strange video. It's been, like I said, a strange 24 plus hours here for me, and I swear that said 51 at the beginning. And so for that I apologize, but I don't know that it was my fault if that's what it said. It certainly was not doing what it just did for us with these two. So nonetheless, this isn't a terrible path. Particularly if you're like a huge Ember fan, just get 2 of them and have this one on tap. But I do think I should probably wind up liking the top path a little bit better. That said, I'm gonna reset her. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna haul myself back to, where is this one? Scholarville or Shelmont Shores? One of those two. I think it's, I want to say it's Scholarville. I could be wrong. Anyway, I'm going to go to some chapter or level, whatever they're denoting things as anymore, and we'll get that back. We'll get her some money. We'll take her down the top path. We'll see how they stack up, and it should be easier to document, if nothing else, I think. So I'm excited about that. I hope you are too. Again, I've got Pinata and Mysticat ready. I'll get Boom Bloom reset and get her cash with Ember, so we'll have that to look forward to. Then we'll come in. I'll do Blastertron and Tide Pool after that. And then we'll jump into other characters I haven't done. Hopefully at some point in time we get Robo, and I'll take it from there. But my apologies on just one video a day here the last couple of days. I've been insanely busy with work and then personal things last night and today. But that's life. You got to do what you got to do. And I don't know, if you've upgraded Ember, which path did you prefer? And we will see. But like I said, I'll try to finalize this before I reset her, make sure everything checks out like in-game. I don't have to worry about leveling up with her now if I'm just trying to investigate known entities. So of course, leveling up, it changes the attack damage, which is why I have to keep everyone box stock level 1, and I'm paranoid about leveling up because then I don't have baseline numbers, which is what we need for Skylanders research. So still to this day, I get people like, why is she only level 1? It's like, well, if she was level 2, the numbers wouldn't be right. So anyway, I'll quit rambling. OneOfWeezem.com, SkylanderClub.com. Follow me on Twitter. I will always tweet before I go live. Most likely, I'm trying to kind of move away from Twitch. And I'll probably either be streaming on YouTube or Mixer. Again, most people seem to prefer YouTube when I polled everyone recently. But as I've stated since it was Beam over a year ago, I actually really like their interface. I think if people actually checked it out, I think some of you would agree with me. But one of those two, either way, even if it's on Twitch or some other news site, I will always tweet before I go live, so make sure you follow me there. That's it for myself and Ms. Ember. I hope you're staying cool. It's been 100 degrees every day here. But anyway, we'll get everybody reset, check them out, and I hope I will see you back here for the next episode of hopefully a more comprehensive and entertaining installment of Skylanders Research. Adios.